What it do? What it do? What it do? I just want to hit you up a little bit here. I haven't been around for a little while because I've been busy with my job and working a little bit of holiday extra stuff I'm doing right now. And I just wanted to hit on a couple of things. Of course, quite naturally, you knew what was going to happen when the Giants played the Ravens. And I feel bad for Tommy because of the play calling, and you have to have some misdirections in the bag. But he didn't have them for the whole season, even when he had Daniel Jones. So why would he have them now? So, they got their ass kicked. And then we get to see a whole bunch of videos afterwards about where the Giants are going to be in the draft pick order. I'm a guy who's really leaning towards Cam Ward. I want Dion to be happy, and Dion doesn't want his son to come to New York. He wants him to be with the Raiders. And I would love to see that. I think that would be a good fit. And I would imagine that there could be a very strong possibility that Dion moves from Colorado to the Raiders. And if not in the same year as his son, maybe in the following year. We could see what happens because, Aaron Pierce, Antonio Pierce is a competitor. I rock with him. I got a good friend of mine, Cal. Shout out to Cal and all the Raider Nation. If there was a couple of teams that I would like to have their jerseys and rock with them, you got the Raiders over here, and you got the great Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin and what Mike Tomlin has done was amazing. And I just wanted to see if they were going to be able to put together a game plan that would allow them to win against Philly. It was not to be, but still, anybody at the beginning of the year predicting that the Steelers would be 10-4, they'd be out of their fucking mind. Getting Justin Fields, he's kind of busted up from his experience with Chicago. Interesting how he's utilizing them, and he's got like a nice, they're working together as two quarterbacks, and Justin Fields can learn a lot from Russell Wilson on calling audibles, understanding what the defense is doing, and nobody in Russell's heyday was better at running at an angle and getting to the sideline without getting hit, and a lot of times getting a first down or getting you very close to a first down when the play broke down. And you have to do that when you got a guy of a certain height. I wish Brian Daboll's understood that. He doesn't. Speaking of which, getting back to the New York Giants and the Ravens, was it an astonishing thing for us Giants fans to see Daniel Bellinger get the football? And Daniel Bellinger, if he was on any other team that utilized tight ends, he'd be one of the top 6 or 7 tight ends in the league, is my opinion on how I saw him play in his first year where he came from. And this guy, I think, was highly used. If I'm not mistaken, he was a Cincinnati Bearcat, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. Anyhow, we're also seeing some video that got put up on Instagram and TikTok and on X of Shador throwing the football on a New York City street on Heisman night to Malik Neighbors. So who knows? Maybe there's something in the works we don't know about. And while Dad is saying he doesn't want to come to New York, in the background, they might be negotiating. And I would take Deion Sanders in 10 in a micron of a second with a new GM. Louis Riddick would be my guy. And I'm going to say it on every video. Louis Riddick. I'm channeling Louis Riddick to John Mara's head. Yo, do these two boneheads deserve to have a Cam Ward or a Shadur Sanders, and they have made the decisions they have made. You're making the play calls you made. And I guarantee you, if he had to switch back to Kafka at the beginning of the season with Daniel Jones, even though you got rid of these other guys, I believe that we'd be in a better position now off of that alone. But be that as may, we're at where we're at. We got to keep moving forward. You know, I will regress in that in the sense of this. I watched Seattle. They played a whale of a game. They didn't get the win, but damn, seeing Julian Love, seeing my brother Leonard Williams making plays. Could you imagine if Joe Shane wasn't the fucking clown schmuck fuckhead that he is? That he had to say, okay, we're gonna get together with all you guys and say, look, you know, I know you want a little bit more money, but we got a winning thing here. We're keeping Saquon. We're franchise tagging Daniel Jones. We're keeping Xavier McKinney. We got Mr. Williams and Dexter Lawrence together. That was the beginning. This is the reason why I'm wearing Justin Tuck's jersey tonight, as a reflection of what we had with OC, Justin, Strahan. That front four was monstrous. And you were right there on the cusp of rebuilding that again. You're just too stupid to see it. So now these guys are all over the place, playing for other teams and making it happen. Xavier McKinney, take it to the top. The alpha's alpha. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay? God, I'm so tired of seeing us lose. And at the same time, you always got to have hope for the future. And before you know it's going to be April. It's going to be time for the draft picks. And I am praying that I do not see Brian Daboll or that fucking clown Joe Shane. And I don't know if you saw the game, but you know when you suck, they showed him up in the booth where the big wigs sit at Giant Stadium or wherever he was at. I don't know if they were in New York, I think, for the Ravens game. And he was just sitting by himself like this, all looking all morose and shit. Yeah, you suck. You made bad decisions. And now, how funny is it that the three guys, because first of all, this league and all the ownership has no fucking right to say that running backs are unimportant and they're replaceable, they're a dime a dozen. That's bullshit. What we're seeing is when you take care of guys, and guys are going to get hurt. Different guys are going to get hurt in different ways at different times. That doesn't mean you fucking underpay them. You're gonna have a player that the only player on the team that gets the ball more than the quarterback is the fucking running back. That's why you were supposed to pay Saquon. And then Saquon is a unique individual out of all these running backs. And now he's only 400 and some change away from breaking the ultimate running back record of Eric Dickerson. And you, Joe Shane, are the one that fucking made it happen with an Eagles jersey. Oh, God, huge. Every time I see your fucking face, I get fucking annoyed. And all I can think of is Heartbreak Ridge when the commander asked the schmuck guy who thinks he knows everything, what was your previous form of endeavor? Supply and logistics. Were you good at it? That's the first thing I think of every time I see Shane's stupid fucking face. I'm so sick of looking at both of these guys. I need a head coach that'll utilize the tight ends early and often, make the D-backs come in. And you know what? Bring the fucking fullback as well. H-back, fullback, there's always a place for an extra guy. And you see the success that 49ers still have using that guy, I forgot his name, I'm gonna mess it up. Starts with J. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Guy's awesome. You need a guy that's a big, beefy, strong, muscle bound enforcer. That's what fullbacks are for. To road grade the shit out of somebody. And hey, Daybos, the configurations, you know? Oh, and don't get me started on a fourth string quarterback Boyle. And after all the bullshit that you did, and my guy, I was talking to one of my guys, the Oakland Raiders guy, and he was saying, how stupid is it that after you get rid of Saquon because you say that you want to pay Daniel Jones, anybody seen Daniel Jones? Oh, yeah, he plays for the Minnesota Vikings now. So after all the fuckery, you don't even have that guy. And arm-wise, and if you would put together a play sheet, you might have got more out of Jones. But, the quarterback whisperer, Daybowles, what? Josh Allen is just good on his own, man. And he's even better without your ass there. My prediction for the Super Bowl is the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Although, if this guy over here, Gambling Campbell, you're going to take a onside kick with 11 minutes left in the game, dog, that was the game right there. Had you went ahead and did what you were supposed to do and tell the defense, get this ball back for the offense, that would have been your better plan than that shit. You need to think about what you're doing in these moments when you go for a fourth down and you will be leading the game like last year and you decided to go on fourth downs and you left 6-7 points on them, and that was the difference in the game to get you to the Super Bowl. So come on, wake up, get your shit together, Campbell, so that you can give the Detroit and the great people in the great city of Detroit and these wonderful Detroit fans that have been loyal to a bone after 30 some years of never winning any fucking thing. They deserve to have their team in the Super Bowl. And they deserve for you to make the right choice when the time comes to make the right choice. And it's early in the game, you put points on the board. If you're behind and you only got so much time left, you might have to gamble. But other than that, let's keep the Gambling Campbell in the box until we need him. Okay? Wake up, man. Wake the fuck up. And the other thing I want to say is I'm in the reason for the name New York Giant in Exile is I live in Texas. And I'm surrounded by all these fools with the stupid stars on their trucks and the star on their hat and the whole bullshit. I absolutely expected for them to road grade the Panthers. And we should have did the same thing when we played them in London. But be that as it may, I don't like the fucking Cowboys. I never will. And it pretty much is funny to see the craziness of the football culture in Texas. So I got a little store that's near me. And I'm in Austin. So you got UT, and you got the Red River Classic. It's a huge game with the Sooners, and they come down here, and it's crazy. And I say all that because this local store near me had this. And what's so great about it is it's selling for $3.99. It was actually $4.99. They dropped it by $1. So for you Texas fans, for you fans of Arch and Quinn Ewers, you better stop at your local store and get your wonderful Oklahoma Sucks. I'm not on one side really or the other. I guess I'll lean towards Texas more because of the fact that I'm here and in the city, and you kind of get caught up in the fever of your local team, whoever it may be, whether it's college or whatever. But yeah, you want to see it again. I know. Look at that. They're not cold. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator and let them get cold because they had them on the floor. But I will get back to you in my next video and let you know how delicious this beer is. There you go. Oklahoma sucks. So that's basically it. We got a doubleheader tonight. I wanted to put something together and then we're going to sit back and relax. I got a little bit of what I enjoy, which is some Modelo. It's a great beer, great to cook with. You can make a nice baked chicken with some Modelo. You can make a nice barbecue sauce, put a little Modelo in it, rub it on the ribs, rub it on that roast ham or that turkey breast you're making on the grill or what you're smoking. Highly recommend a little Modelo in there. Cheers and salute to everybody. We're in the middle of December and we're headed down the end of this NFL season. The Giants are finished, but we got hope for the future as always. And it'll even be better if Dabols and Joe Shane are not employed by the New York Giants organization. So here's salute to that. Ah, tastes great. And it's less filling. Ho ho. All right, people. Let's go. New York football Giants. Deuces.